Vijay was also BJP PT. The problem is जिससे वो दूसरों को बनाना चाहते थे उस ने खुद तुम्हारे को बना के छोड़ दिया. Went on telling the BJP, not just me, my mother was very virulent about it. She said don't do this. BJP trying to finish off DMK is like saying Vatican wants to finish off America or a machhar wants to finish off a human being, an elephant.
Really? There people are talking about this thing, what is it called? Glock something, है ना? They say it's a very expensive, मतलब it'll take, मतलब एक बंगाली की पूरी साल भर की सैलरी है, इतनी एक्सपेंसिव होगा कोई पीछे जिसने ये प्रोवाइड करी होगी और ये कोई छोटी मोटी बात नहीं है.
There is no lack of money with organized crime. Okay, period. And Glocks are now available in India. They're not that expensive.
Really? Everybody saying.
अबे यार everybody की बात छोड़ो.
West Bengal. Let's start from West Bengal. Hi, Abhijit.
Praise be to Mamta Di. How are you doing? How's everyone doing?
Please, Abhijit, I'm so upset. What's happening in West Bengal?
What's happening in West Bengal? Didi actually won the election. People don't believe me. Yeah. See, all the media is reporting false news. Didi's actually won 500 seats.
And what were these more murders we should expect or more killings?
Yes, it was expected. You know what they're trying to do right now? What the TMC is basically trying to do is they're trying to instigate the BJP to go on riots against Muslims. Both the killings that were done in Muslim majority areas. Done very specifically to provoke a reaction given how high level those people are. Now understand, they wanted to riot. They have not been able to riot because of the CR. Now they believe that the CRPF is basically BJP ka paramilitary. Okay. Now what ends up happening in this is if you then go riot, they'll say, see, we told you the CRPF didn't allow us to do anything, but CRPF was around and BJP riot. Okay. They're trying to create a Godhra-like situation, basically. That is what is happening out.
And Abhijit, there people are talking about this gun. They say, what is it called? Glock something, है ना? They say it's a very expensive gun. मतलब it'll take, मतलब एक बंगाली की पूरी साल भर की सैलरी है, इतनी expensive gun है. So, कौन लेकर आया? मतलब who, somebody really a big shot होगा कोई पीछे जिसने ये गन प्रोवाइड करी होगी और ये कोई छोटी मोटी बात नहीं, क्योंकि वहां के तो लोग जो नॉर्मल लोग होते हैं बंगाल के और ये तो they use that कट्टा ना.
There is no lack of money with organized crime. Okay, period. And Glocks are now available in India. They're not that expensive.
Really? Everybody saying.
अबे यार everybody की बात छोड़ो. I'm telling you, they're not that expensive.
Okay.
They're not. एक जमाने में an old Beretta, when there was an import ban, it used to cost 24-30 lakhs. A Beretta used to be more expensive than a Mercedes. Today you can get these guns for very cheap in the Indian market because they've all started being produced domestically.
Okay. Now let's talk about this Latvian
used
clan.
For assembly, whatever.
So now we'll talk about this Latvian gang. What they're trying to show is that Mamta was okay. She was not corrupt. She's not cruel. Like what they did with Manmohan Singh ji. Everything.
The best thing to read is Shivaroor's piece that I tweeted out yesterday.
Yeah, I read it
very well. And two pieces. One is Shivaroor's piece. The second one is Arnab Ray's piece. The Great Bong karke hai.
Yeah, you tweeted.
Great Bong's one will tell you what had happened, how the tide shifted in Bengal. And the second piece is Shivaroor's piece, which will tell you, how these same liberals, they used to basically outrage about violence. Violence everywhere was, bipolar, but violence in Bengal was nuanced. It was cultural. And there's Mahua Moitra's famous interview where she says, Bengal is a violent place. It doesn't have to do with religion or parties or anything. It's just part of life out there. She literally says that. There is this ex-NDTV correspondent called Monideepa Banerjee, who Shiv tweeted about slyly. She had written in a piece for Shekhar Gupta in print, sexual malfeasance is not a conversation point. Mass rape killing is sexual malfeasance according to. So I wonder what, according to her, then rape is. So this was something that they're trying to do today. That thankfully that print correspondent who was trying to lay the blame for this on, and see, she was preparing the ground. She was preparing the ground for rioting to happen, and that is why she put it out. That print key correspondent, what Deb Datta, whatever. She's clearly been purchased by the TMC. She was laying laying the ground saying, oh, no, look, now minorities are being killed. She put it one day too early because she thought riots were going to happen. She clearly didn't read the brief. But notice with print, this is now a pattern. Shekhar Gupta personally hates Zubair. Zubair was undermining Indian disinformation operations also during Sindoor. And you remember that fellatio masquerading as a piece that was published in print. Zubair is second only to Narendra Modi in defending India. This is the kind of shit that is passing. So there is clearly money. And when that piece was put out, a lot of embassies contacted me and told me, boss, we're getting outreach by several people from the international community telling us we should follow alt news because they've been doing the best fact checking of the India-Pakistan war. And very clearly money was paid to the print for writing that fellatio of a piece. And today another print correspondent basically is skipping the gun, waiting for the riots that the TMC wanted to happen. Pura plan khol diya. So let's thank her at any rate.
But Abhijit, will Mamta Banerjee and especially her son or nephew, whoever he is, Abhishek Banerjee, do you think they'll be punished? Do you think BJP will ever, do anything to them? BJP is a very mild, their whole attitude is very...
Get Ankit Shah on your channel if you want to predict the future. I don't do astrology.
No, not astrology. But what I'm saying is...
I don't know, yaar. How am I meant to know? This is not something I would know. Na? This is something that Modi and Shah decide based on political... I'm not a politician, so I don't know what the political calculus is. So far, they have been right on literally everything. On their decisions to go ahead with certain things, decisions to pull back on certain things. They've been pretty right. So I don't know what the calculus will be in the future, so I don't know what's going to happen. One thing I do know is Mahua Moitra's prosecution is proceeding full steam ahead.
That's what I want to know. That अगर बहुआ मोइत्रा के साथ होता है
I don't know what happened.
So now we come to Tamil Nadu. Tell me, Vijay.
Kya?
He was the one. He was the one who he really praised Anna Hazare, and he was that time he was pinpointing all the corruption of
lots of things. I was also a communist at one point of time. So the problem is he's never got a stated position on anything. So basically he's left it open to change with the winds wherever he goes. This is a huge BJP self goal. Let me tell you, BJP used Vijay just like they use Asaduddin Owaisi. Owaisi is BJP beating. Vijay was also BJP beating. The problem is जिससे वो दूसरों को चूतिया बनाना चाहते थे, उस चूतिये ने खुद तुम्हारे को चूतिया बना के छोड़ दिया. Okay, we went on telling the BJP, not just me, my mother. My mother was very virulent about it. She said, don't do this. You're making a huge mistake. He's going to take away more from the ADMK and you than he's going to take away from the DMK. That's exactly what happened.
And he thanked Mr. Modi for it. The moment he won the election, came to know he's got X amount of seats. He thanked Mr. Modi instead of thanking him.
He's got a wafer-thin majority with the Congress and CPIM supporting him. I don't know if the CPI is supporting him yet, but it's going to be a very fractious alliance because he's at 108. The halfway mark is 180. Halfway plus one. So, in order to retain Congress support, he's going to have to become very virulent against the BJP. When he becomes very virulent against the BJP, understand the BJP has a lot on him. There are ED cases on him. There is the Karur stampede case where he ran away. He induced the stampede and then he ran away. Okay. We don't know how vicious his government is going to be. They'll be just as nasty as the Punjab government, which you remember how they tried to arrest who all in the middle of the night. So this is something you're going to have to expect from Vijay. This fellow is going to be the Kejriwal of the South. Remember, unlike Kejriwal, who's actually educated, this man is a dropout from college. He doesn't even have an education. The most important fellow around him is that Santiago Martin's son-in-law. Santiago Martin's very smart. He was the biggest contributor to the DMK's electoral bonds. His wife contested on the ADMK ticket. His son-in-law is the chief advisor to TVK. So he got all bases covered. So best of luck. I would not wish Vijay upon the people of Tamil Nadu, but Tamil Nadu has decided to wish Vijay on themselves. Congratulations to you. I am praying for the best, but I am expecting the worst. The problem is you think in movies, you do one dance and one pose, and with the brilliance of your arguments, you can convince policy and police and the people to do something. Best of luck. That's not how real life works. Every solution leads to 10 new problems. So best of luck.
Basically, BJP wanted to finish off DMK, and they got him.
No, BJP. Listen, let's understand something. You should also put your questions in a bit of perspective. BJP trying to finish off DMK is like saying Vatican wants to finish off America, or a machhar wants to finish off a human being, an elephant.
Really?
BJP is worse than a mosquito. It's like a little amoeba in BJP BJP, right, in Tamil Nadu right now.
Tamil Nadu.
Okay, and they've decided to collectively reduce themselves to amoeba. They peaked at 18.5% under Annamalai in the alliance that they'd created. They've decided to come down to whatever percent right now. I think it's 5% or something like that. Okay. Now, they were in no position to finish off anyone. The only person they were in a position to finish off was themselves. Samajh rahi ho na? So let's not get into, they wanted to finish off. They were औकात ही नहीं थी उनकी कुछ भी करने, मुठ मारने की औकात नहीं थी उनकी. So first, let's get some perspective out. Second, they tried to be too smart by half. They wanted to get ahead. They thought this fellow, like all of us, which is not their fault. They thought he's going to be a vote cutter. Now, I don't have a polling agent. You have a polling agency. You have several polling agents. You should have been able to tell a wave when you saw it, and then you should have taken proactive steps to control it. See, one thing I have always learned in the military, during war or whatever, you never take actions unless you can predict the consequences of. They took actions which they were clearly not in a position to predict the consequences of, and they're now paying the price. I'm telling you right now, thanks to this Vijay, for the next 10 years, there is no in for the BJP in Tamil Nadu. Okay, they're going to lose the next Lok Sabha elections in Tamil Nadu. Not even one seat. They're going to lose. The problem isn't the next election. The problem is the election after next, when they could have technically in the next election itself, they should have been able to get, say, 5 to 7 seats based on alliance with the ADMK had the ADMK succeed. Ab wo bhi nahi milega tumko. Very, very stupid. They went on listening to people who used to tell them, oh, it's the Trichy Agraharam, the Mylapore Agraharam, the Tanjore Agraharam that matter. Brahmin politics, which did not. 2% of the 1% maybe even, that did not matter. And now they're listening to people who said, oh, Vijay, he's going to remove it. They in Tamil Nadu, they go from listening to Chutia to listening to Chutia. The one person who could have actually won them Tamil Nadu and showed you proof of concept, 18.25%, Annamalai, you discarded him and threw him aside.
But why? Why did they discard him?
How many times have I said on TV that EPS was bought over by the DMK? He was taking money from both Sabarisan, who's the son-in-law, and from Udayanidhi, who's the son, to not do anything. He was just sitting, doing absolutely nothing, and just came out during elections. Beech mein kahin bhi nahi tha. And you didn't see that. Look, I understand why the BJP took it, because 2024 was such a near miss. They needed some kind of, they couldn't afford that kind of a danger again. So they said, you know what, we're going to be tactically careful. But see, tactically careful, where does this kind of recklessness in putting an unknown commodity into the election like Vijay, how is that being careful? I understand you going with ADMK in context of the 2024 election and not getting any. Okay, fine. In the next election, you want something, even if it means you can't form the government by yourself in Tamil Nadu for a while. You will sacrifice Annamalai for seats in the Lok Sabha. But where is this recklessness of Vijay, where you're bloody put out a complete semi-literate demagogue out in this thing and screwing things over? बॉस हद होती है. एक बार कॉशन, दूसरी बार कंप्लीट लैक ऑफ कॉशन. एक बार तुम पानी में गिर गए तो अगली बार शावर में जाने के लिए भी तुम लाइफ वेस्ट पहन के जाओगे, पर आग को देखोगे तो पूरा अपने पे केरोसिन लगा दोगे. स्टूपिडिटी मैक्स. सो ग्रेव स्टूपिडिटी, एंड इट इज, आई नो फॉर अ फैक्ट पीपल वांट, माय मदर बीइंग वन ऑफ देम,
and they didn't listen to your mother.
They didn't listen.
But now if they use Annamalai, अब वो इफेक्ट नहीं आएगा जो पहले आ रहा था.
Bhai, see, there was a vacuum. There was a vacuum that Annamalai filled.
Right.
That vacuum has been taken away, na? So now it is much tougher for you to get it back. See, the problem then again is, say there is a product. It says, say you're looking to buy, I don't know what, a new AC or something. Okay. And there is a new Annamalai brand AC, which promises you 5-year warrant. But after 6 months, the company says, oh, we've stopped production and we're not functioning. But because we've stopped production, we can't service you. Now, Annamalai brand AC comes back after 5 years and says, oh, now we have a very good AC. Now we can definitely offer you 5 years. Are you going to believe it?
True.
No, nobody's going to believe the beat. They're going to have to work from the ground up. It is now a reset to zero. It is still a salvageable situation. Had they gone with the Annamalai plan, I would have said by about 2030, BJP could have been the main opposition, and by 2035 come to power. Now let's push it back to 2040.
Was somebody against Annamalai जो बीजेपी इतना influence होगी?
I've heard lots of stories, but nothing is verifiable.
SIR. Abhijit, I heard Congress, one of the Congress politician, he was saying that because SIR happened, left CPM की उसमें से काफी जो fake voters थे वो निकल गए. That's how Congress won. So what is this SIR? I heard that. I'll send you the video. Let me find it.
No, I don't want to watch it. tell me, where did they win? Kerala mein?
Kerala mein, हाँ.
Okay. I don't know about SIR in Kerala. I haven't followed it.
Yeah, he said we want. No, what I'm. My question is, aren't they selective where SIR is concerned in
Yeah, but that's
UP
very
or?
obvious. No, that's very obvious. Tamil Nadu, there was no opposition to SIR. I mean, I got SIR'd and I had to go present my case. I did. It was a very easy process. देखो हमारे लिए easy होता है क्योंकि हमारे पास documentation होता है. कई ऐसे tribal लोग होते हैं, which is why, you know, in Bengal, that general secretary of the BJP in the Mathua belt, he got literally beaten with shoes and driven out because they were furious. They voted for the BJP and still many of them got cancelled because they didn't have the documents. तो कई लोगों के पास ऐसे basic documents नहीं होते. Tribal क्या आधार लेगा? In rural remote Bengal, वो क्या आधार कार्ड लेके क्या करेगा वो? उसकी तो पढ़ाई लिखाई भी नहीं है. There is no provision of a school out there. So it works differently for different people. It works differently in different jobs. SIR उधर भी हुआ था. They made the SIR tough because the TMC would come and vote in the name of dead people. By around 2:30, they would see who had all not come to vote. They'd know who is dead and they would come and vote in there. Okay? So that used to happen out there. Now in Kerala, if you actually see the numbers, it actually bears out. In Bengal, the numbers don't bear out. If you notice, the Indian Express ran that piece 30 seats mein where the SIR was big enough to make a difference. Out of that, 20 seats went to TMC. But in Kerala, there were a lot of seats where SIR made a difference, which the Congress won. See, it is physically impossible in a statistical exercise where every surveyor is actually BJP indoctrinated. Bhai, abhi tak tum apne sarkar mein, apne bureaucrats, 90% of them are Congressis. You think somehow all the surveyors doing the SIR have suddenly been indoctrinated by the RSS? वो क्या gems of academia जो है हमारा, उसका नाम क्या है, ऋषभ, जो भी है, वो डालते रहता है how there are arch left-wing professors in IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Kharagpur and things like that, in direct government-funded non-autonomous universities who are going around calling the government fascist. सरकार वो तक अभी 12 साल में वो कर नहीं सकी है, but they're going to pick every single surveyor and indoctrinate him, and they're going to be so smart, they're going to see who is not this and only remove those people. Okay, give me a break. They knew they were going to lose, which is why they started the process, though I don't think they knew they were going to. Even I did not expect them to lose Bengal. TMC, yes. You know why? Because the BJP simply wasn't criminal enough. I don't know if you remember this, but when the original Mask Utaro ji, jab hum actual mein mask pehne karte the, you remember I had told you this in Bengal because we started it when the Bengal elections had happened sometime around that time, the last Bengal election. Yeah,
21, yeah.
And I had told you that time they were not going to, BJP was not going to win Bengal because jab wo 2019 ka jo election hua tha where they had gotten some half the seats, a huge number of people had abandoned the TMC, mostly criminals. They had come over to the BJP, and in the 2 years before the 2021 election, they had all gone back to the TMC because the BJP refused to criminalize. And remember, I told you ये बहुत ज्यादा आदर्शवादी पार्टी है कि हम criminalize नहीं होंगे, हम लोगों का हाथ पैर नहीं काटेंगे. They were trying to be Buddha. So I did not think they could win. This was literally like, you know, Mahatma Gandhi going up against Hitler. His tactics would work against the British. They would not work against Hitler. Hitler would have said, gun, boom, that's it. Thank you very much. So imagine this is literally a case of Satyagraha working against Hitler. You understand the scale. People don't understand the scale of the victory because they've managed to do it without criminalizing, without getting violent, which I thought was a fool's errand.
But security forces also helped them, na? So violence हुआ ही नहीं ना.
Security forces just prevented Hitler from being Hitler.
That was a big thing.
But see, the last time also हुआ था ना. Last time भी CRPF था.
इतना नहीं था.
नहीं था.
पर इतना नहीं था कि
they just had
2.5 lakh थे. They were 2.5 lakhs.
They hadn't prepared the ground. They were still learning they thought you just had to put CRPF around the booth. They didn't realize you had to put it on every single street. You had to put it outside every single society, and they had to be brought out. So if you notice, there are videos coming out now where CRPF goes, knocks on people's door and say, आइए, चलिए, voting booth इधर है, आके vote. And then they're like, नहीं, हमको मार डालेंगे. Like, नहीं मारेंगे, हम एक और महीने के लिए इधर हैं, आके वोट कीजिए. So that has happened. So fine. Even then I did not think they would win, because what
You were very sure they're not going to
I
win.
was very sure, because you know what? I know a lot of the bongs I spoke to were like, see, if I go out, and they did not vote. Right? They did not vote because they were like, see, the CRPF will be there for a month. What happens after the month? They will come after that 1 month. Can you provide us with indefinite security? You can't. So a lot of my experiences were, calling up my distant relatives and friends like that and talking to them and saying, please go out and vote. Almost, I think 2 of them, they're like 40, 50 of them, only maybe 3 went out and voted. They were shit scared. They're like, CRPF can't protect us. And see, to be fair to them, their problem was they'd been very open about their support for the BJP on Facebook and things, and they'd before 2021. In 2021, they had gone the whole hog. And in 2021, they were shit scared that people were going to come and kill them. Thankfully, वो नहीं हुआ. So, once bitten, twice shy की बात हो गई. And they're like, देखो, last time भी तुमने बोला था हम जीत रहे हैं. And see, when it's somebody's safety, you can't force them to do something. Huh?
Obviously.
So that was that. Maybe.
अच्छा, Abhijit, there's this guy, social media influencer or social media in charge of West Bengal, जिसका आपने भी लिखा, आपने भी post किया कि वो भाग गया नेपाल. He's gone to something. His name starts with N. Neleja.
Anjan.
You said वो तो अपना बंद कर गया.
He's basically a creepy stalker who has a crush on every woman, on every TMC female MP or MLA. And obviously, given how ugly he is, they all treat him like dirt. He's also a creepy fellow. I mean, leave aside being looking creep. He is a creep. And now he shut his account and run off somewhere. Then there is Gargoyle, who incidentally Anand believes that he's one of the smartest scientists he's ever met. Gargoyle has fully deactivated his account and run away somewhere.
Yeah, because he was like, people were like, what people did to him. Remember, then CRPF had to save him.
Yeah.
People wanted to hit him.
So this is look, I did not expect it, but I'm very, very happy. Like I tweeted on the morning of the 4th, I have never prayed harder than to be proven wrong. I was literally praying to all the gods that I would be horribly wrong. And I'm so glad I was wrong, except, well, what? I got 3 out of 5 right. I got Assam right. I got Pondicherry right. I got Kerala right. Even though I wanted the communists to win, by the way.
Not Congress.
Normally, I will even support the Congress against communists, but the Congress has become so communist itself.
Yeah.
Bengal, I got wrong, which I'm very grateful for. Tamil Nadu, I'm very, very bitter about because I got it wrong, but that's not what makes me bitter.
आपके according कौन win कर रहा था Tamil Nadu? According to you?
According to me, it was going to be advantage DM.
Exit poll भी यही कह रहा था. Exit poll भी यही कहता है advantage DM.
But not outright victory. It was going to be semi-hung. They would be able to break away things and whatever. But advantage DMK. And then this whole Vijay thing happened. And my real bitterness with this is, though to be fair, none of us expected this 33%. I think he's gotten 34% of the vote, 34 point something percent of the vote. We expected it to be about 16 to, initially I thought it was going to be 7 to 12%. Then when the campaign got started, I realized it was going to cross about 16%. By the end, I thought it was 20%. Even at 20%, I was extremely uncomfortable. I was like, you have now unleashed a genie. Ab jaake, it has been a complete goddamn disaster.
But Abhijit, Tamil Nadu में तो हमेशा ये स्टार स्ट्रक लोग हैं, ये फिल्म स्टार्स को ही वोट करते हैं.
हमेशा से नहीं है. Vijaykanth fizzled out, Rajnikant fizzled out, and
Rajnikant never joined.
Well, he did, and then he didn't. He did and he didn't. And we have Gurumurthy to thank for that. That I don't know why people think Gurumurthy is this great villain. He's got his own point of view and he works to it. So when he saw Rajnikant would come and possibly cause damage, he went and cajoled Rajnikant to take a step back. Kamala Hassan's today a joke. He's down to singing like a circus monkey for the DMK.
Can't compare Kamala Hassan to Rajnikant. Rajnikant has...
Well, at one point, they were number 1 and number 2. It was like MGR and Shivaji Ganesan. Rajni was MGR and Kamal was Shivaji Ganesan. But number 2's political, even Shivaji Ganesan tried to enter politics. He was an abject failure. So number 2 never succeeded. Number 2 film star never succeeded. Vijaykanth tried. Vijaykanth was huge. Vijaykanth was much, much, much bigger than Kamala Hassan. In fact, Vijay hai, Vijay Kant was, if Rajnikant was number 1, Vijay Kant was 1.25. Huh? He wasn't he wasn't even 1.5 or 1.75. He was 1.25. देखा क्या हुआ उसके साथ. Now Kamal is a sad pathetic joke. उसको छोड़ दो. But number 1 will always be a danger. I did not expect him to be such a big danger. Even in my worst nightmares, I thought it was going to be a 20% danger. At 20%, the damage to ADMK was still, even at 14%, the damage to ADMK was going to be severe. And so your alliance, from being number 2, you have now relegated your alliance to number 3. Congratulations.
कुछ नहीं हो सकता बीजेपी. बीजेपी anyway, South for BJP, I just can't imagine BJP in South.
नहीं है. Let's be clear about this. हो सकता है. Plan delayed, plan not aborted. You now have to work doubly hard. Give it back to Annamalai. You know, this central command doing tactical shit ये नहीं चलेगा. Give it back. Take the Annamalai path. Go it alone. It's going to be tough, but you need to start. You need to hit the ground running now. You now have a golden opportunity to be the most visible opposition. DMK is discredited. So even though they are number 2, they are discredited at the moment. Edapadi is not even there. He's going to go into hiding again. You now have a golden opportunity where you make yourself the center of the opposition. Do it. You now have to start working very, very, very fast. It can't be a DMK centered opposition. It can't be an ADMK centered opposition. It has to become a BJP centered opposition. And anyway, Vijay, because of the dependence on the Congress, is going to be viciously anti-BJP. It gives you the opportunity to. You also need to, use bribery and things and convince the people around the BJP ki, DMK is a threat to you, ADMK is a threat to you. If you mention them, you make them more powerful because you're giving them publicity. Just keep saying BJP, BJP because the BJP is irrelevant. Therefore, see, that in itself gives the BJP a flip. Bengal, I'm still not sure. I want to see all the figures, the women voter figures, the religious minority figures and things when they come out. Because remember, it's turning out that Muslims have voted quite heavily for the BJP.
Bihari Muslims, I've heard.
I don't know if it's Bihari or Bengali Muslims.
Yeah, they think the Indian Muslims, they were so fed up of these Bangladeshis because they were taking away their...
Okay. Bangladeshi Muslims are not the same as Bengali Muslims. Bengali Muslims are...
Bengali Muslims were they were fed up of Bangladeshi.
Which is also the case in Assam. In Assam, Assamese Muslims, they hate Bangladeshi Muslims.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's good. Let's see. I'm hoping and understand in Tamil Nadu. So there is an immutable rule. In Bengal, it has held in this election also. In Bengal, number 2, जब आप number 2 बन जाते हो, तब आप number 2 ही रहते हो. और जो नया number 2 बनता है, वो हमेशा number 1 बन जाता है. अब जो TMC number 2 बन गया है, वो number 2 ही रहेगा. उसका number 1 होने का chance statistically based on history बहुत कम है, ना के बराबर है. But तमिलनाडु में number 3 नाम का कुछ चीज होता ही नहीं है. नंबर 1 होता है और नंबर 2 होता है. नंबर 2 कभी नंबर 1 बनता है, नंबर 1 कभी नंबर 2 बनता है और यही चलते रहता है. नंबर 3 नाम की कोई चीज ही नहीं है. तो आपने ADM के अब नंबर 3 जब बन गया है, उसका कोई फ्यूचर ही नहीं है. वो मैं कब से बोल रहा हूं कि ADMK is a destroyed party. Irrespective, now is the time कि बीजेपी का दुश्मन अभी कौन है? ADMK नहीं है. ADMK वेस्ट पार्टी है. नंबर 3 का कोई कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता था. नंबर 2 जो है वो तुम्हारा दुश्मन है. पहले तुम नंबर 2 बनने की कोशिश, क्योंकि जब तुम नंबर 2 हो जाओगे तो नंबर 3 और नंबर 4 का नामो निशान मिट जाएगा. उसके बाद नंबर 1 बनने की कोशिश.
अभिजीत, अभी जैसे आपने बोला कि नंबर 2 जो रहता है वो नंबर 2 जो आ जाता है वो नंबर 2 ही रहता है. ममता बनर्जी knows her future. That's why this whole thing, I'll go to Supreme Court, I'll go to International Court of Justice.
Supreme Court क्या कर वाला है? Supreme Court क्या बोलेगा? कुछ नहीं बोलेगा.
She's saying I'll go to International Court of Justice.
क्या कहते हैं? They have no jurisdiction in India, boss. We do not accept international jurisdiction. Yeah.
That'll be fun. But I just want them to be punished because I think BJP has a lot of material on Abhishek Banerjee and Mamta Banerjee. I think kuch na kuch karke they should control these, killings and murders, because I got so emotional when I saw that Shivendu Adhikari, that Chandra wife crying. Oh God, so disturbing. Even I got emotional. Crazy. थैंक यू जी। आज एल्बर्ट
ठीक है
पिंटो
जी।
को गुस्से में था आज एल्बर्ट पिंटो, मुझे डांट दिया तुमने, ये अच्छा किया।
Boss, I am very pissed off. See, Tamil Nadu is much more personal for me than Bengal.
Yeah, I knew that.
And you know, I keep quoting to you. I'm still very angry about it. अभी भी कोई बात करेगा ना, मैं थप्पड़ मार दूंगा सच में। अगर
अच्छा
सच
तो
में
मेरे घर नहीं आए।
right now over Tamil Nadu, okay?
अच्छा तुम मेरे घर नहीं
I'm
आए।
actually well behaved right now. Trust me on this.
This was
I'm
well
literally,
behaved.
yeah, I'm literally in Tamil Nadu. I'm so fucking pissed off. I'm trying very hard to control it. नहीं तो फिर मेरे मुंह से अभी ट्विटर पे बहुत गाली गलौज निकलता होता। I accept it's a mistake. Okay, everybody can make mistakes. The point is correct your path.
Yeah, disaster तो करा है ना।
It's a disaster. Let's be very clear about it. Tamil Nadu has been an absolute disaster and a disaster that we have made with our own hands. By the way, वो eyes wide shut बोलते हैं ना, eyes wide shut situation था। हमने देख के खुद इस स्थिति को भड़काया है।
पर अभिजीत तुम्हारा तो फायदा है, तुम तो पूरा टाइम जीसस जीसस करते रहते हो। आगे जीसस लेके आगे जीसस, सब करो जीसस।
हाँ ये तो हाँ बिल्कुल। He's a good Christian boy and I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, कि तुम मुझे भी हमेशा बोलते मैं जीसस सेव यू, मैं जीसस डू दिस, जीसस का जय हो। अब करो जाओ जीसस के पास।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
थैंक्स सो मच, थैंक्स सो मच।
ठीक है ना, ओके, टाटा बाय।
बाय।